Those alligators is the one that was found walking down the street.
Oh, okay, that one over there, probably.
The
famous one?
Yes, who was on television.
Wow,
Yeah.
I've got a movie star on here.
That's right. Mm-hmm.
Some turtles, red-eared sliders.
Yeah.
Yes.
They're
So they,
probably rescues too, aren't they? I know that
Every-
that's a very popular
every
pet.
animal on
Yeah.
in this area is a rescue.
Awesome.
Look at, aren't you handsome?
Yeah.
These are the ones I used to sell in Florida for $1 to the kids at tourist shops.
Oh. Yeah, and one of my friends is an apartment manager, and she sent me a text, and one of their residents has a ground level apartment with a patio, and they have a pool with an alligator in it. And I'm like,
Nice.
that should not be allowed.
In an apartment?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's usually domestic pets, isn't it?
Well, their apartment is run by the same company that has my apartment,
Uh-huh.
right? That also protects them from the blue herons who would love a baby alligator for dinner.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Have a little snack.
That's what was at the campground making noise.
You
They
have-
flew over this morning.
Have to go to Maine.
Oh, yes.
They have the nation's only lobster hatchery.
Really?
And it is the coolest place ever. It's at the Mount Desert Oceanarium and Education Center.
Okay.
I have been there. I've been to Maine 16 times. That's my state. And when our family went to go, well, it wasn't this summer, it was summer before, it was closed. And it was a privately owned
Right.
establishment, thank you.
Yeah.
Well, it is now governmentally owned, and it's a nonprofit,
Nice.
and it is the most fascinating. They
Ooh.
get them. They are the only facility in the nation that can have live-bearing, egg-bearing females,
Wow.
and they raise them from eggs, and until I think they keep them 8 weeks, which they said is the equivalent of having one 3 to 4 months out in the water,
Okay.
just because they're fed
Right.
and then they're released.
Right.
Yep, that is the coolest thing to see.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
We've been to a fishery,
Yep.
and I like that too.
Having a good time, Mr. Arizona.
I didn't expect this.
I am so glad. Now you have to
pretty
come
awesome.
back
Oh, we
next
will.
year when they have all those new cool animals.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
I am going to build my apartment right up there,
Right there.
and I won't go home.
Okay.
Here you go, Jeff. Oh. There you go. And it's amazing. Each of the staff or volunteers have their own special friends. Yep. Yep.
Absolutely.
And I don't know who Steve is. They're talking. I don't know who Steve is.
Where is Steve?
Mhm. Yep. And
Turtle.
He's like, I think I'll get out of here.
Yeah. You see him?
Yeah.
Like knockheads.
one of these alligators, I'm pretty sure it's this kind.
Behind this one.
They do. You were talking about breeding.
Yes.
Okay, they go through the motions.
Right.
The sanctuary is 30 years old, right? Up until 4 years ago, nothing ever happened.
Really?
And then 4 years ago, they had 3 females lay eggs.
Wow.
And all of a sudden, I think one may have laid them, and the hormones were in the air, and the other
it
got,
just-
you know.
And now it's like,
Yes.
holy smokes, now what do we do?
You're going to see Godzilla. They at one time had 2 females with Godzilla, and there were 2 egg nests in that pen.
Wow.
And the other one was in the high school with the alpha male Tom and his girlfriend Stubby. She was missing the last 3 inches of her tail.
Right.
And they're not here to breed; they're here to rescue.
Right.
Right, but accidents
But-
happen.
But they said they would, number one, they have to harvest the eggs. They cannot leave them in the enclosure. They have to take them out the way they are placed. If they're turned upside down, they will drown. Okay? So they did incubate some eggs from each clutch. They kept them in family groupings. So they knew who belonged to whom.
Mm-hmm.
And out of those, each female laid 49 eggs. Okay?
Wow.
So in the wild, Out of those 49 eggs, 2 would probably make it to maturity. They had 2 eggs hatch. And both of them were from Tom in the high school and his girlfriend Stubby.
Those
Their
teenagers.
child is in here.
Oh, okay.
And I'm trying to find him. But his name is a combination of Tom and Stubby, so they call him Tubbs.
That's awesome.
Yes.
Awesome.
So he is the only one in the sanctuary that
was
started here. The other alligator was kept by the reptile care specialist, and he'll come back in probably 2 years.
Oh, okay.
She's
Okay.
already had him, I think, 2 or 3.
Okay.
Yep, but Tubbs was kept inside, so he grew at a slower pace than these fellows.
So it kind of like with fish, their environment will
Well-
dictate their size to some point.
It's more they're getting the sunshine.
Okay.
They are a
their
sunshine-powered animal.
Okay.
The environment, the tank size can have an effect on them, but if they do not have the right amount of sunshine, they can't digest their food, which means they don't get the minerals, which means they don't grow.
environment. Got it.
Yes.
Makes sense.
And I want to know which one's Tubbs. I adopted him for my sister. Yes. Yep. Okay, and then we're going to go right over here. Let's see if we can dinner table. And if he's lying on it, they know he's hungry. They feed him on a regular basis, but if he's lying on it, they know, hey, he needs something.
What was he called again? Or what kind?
Tick-tock, and he's named after the crocodile that bit Captain Hook's hand off.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So that crocodile, Captain Hook was holding a clock, which caused the
Right.
alligator to go tick-tock, and that's how he knew he was
Right.
following him.
Yeah.
So on that stump, they will place chicken, shrimp,
Whatever.
whatever. He eats well. And 3 weeks ago, I was giving a tour, and he caught his first chipmunk.
Ooh. Wow.
During it?
Well,
Right.
he
Oh.
had it in his mouth while I was
Had
here.
a chipmunk.
Yes, and I was so proud.
Yeah.
And so, yes, they get the biscuits, they get the little food, but if
Nature will provide.
a possum, a raccoon, a woodchuck, sometimes a skunk, which they really hate,
Yeah, yeah.
gets in the enclosure,
Oh.
they are fair game.
Yeah.
Okay, so this crocodile will get to be between 6 and 7 feet long.
Wow.
Okay, he's a smaller sized crocodile.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Never
Yeah,
smile
they have
at
2
a
crocodiles on the
crocodile.
premises.
Now, where was he rescued from? Just some place?
I
like
have no idea.
Yeah.
They've had him since he was 4 weeks old. He's 4 or 5 years
okay.
old.
Gotcha.
Okay.
So if I'm remembering correct, he was part of a science exhibit to see if they can hatch an egg. The egg hatched and the sanctuary took it.
Surprise.
Gotcha.
Yes,
Gotcha.
yes.
And what breed did you say?
A Morlitz.
More or less.
Morlitz.
They have,
Here you go.
mm-hmm. Right here.
Oh, there we go. Oh, look, they have them in Mexico, huh?
Mm-hmm.
We're going there in a few months.
See, the Morlitz is right there. Mm-hmm. And,
That's awesome.
You're cute. As long as I'm not a chipmunk.
oh man, and it was so funny because I just saw it on TV with my mom, that when they get it, they whip their heads.
Oh, yeah.
They whip, and they beat that, ouch. They beat that animal, to get it so they could eat it. Can you take my turtle? And this man goes, I'm going on vacation, can you take my alligator?
Oh, my goodness.
And they go, we've never had an alligator. Oh, they're really easy to take care of. I'll show you how to do it. I'll be gone 2 weeks. He went on vacation and never picked up the alligator.
Wow.
That's how they ended up with their first alligator.
Wow.
And then
That's awesome.
people said, oh, you have an alligator,
There's
Mr.
this
Critchlow, take it. And that's how it started.
Oh, my goodness.
Started out as a joke and turned into a lifestyle.
Yes. So, Mr. Critchlow,
Yeah.
yep, you got the hook, you got the pirate
The pirate ship.
chest. Tinkerbell was in there, but she flew away. I don't know where she went. But his wife was from Panama,
Oh, okay.
and in 10th grade she came over to America to live with family, and she went to school. And when Mr. Critchlow met her in 10th grade, she didn't speak English well, he didn't speak Spanish well, and he knew she was a nice person.
Right.
So he spent 2 years learning Spanish to talk to her.
Aw.
And in their senior year, they really, really got to know each other. And then it was time for her to go home.
Oh, okay.
And she went back to Panama. And they made arrangements to meet the following Christmas. Well, she left in June, and by August, Mr. Critchlow was like, this is not working. And he packed his wet bag, went to Panama, met her parents, and at 17 got married.
Wow.
And that's the story of Carmen and David.
Awesome.
And so Mr. Critchlow worked for FedEx for 25 years. And then they had this going on in their backyard. And then he said, okay, his wife was one of the nation's longest dialysis patients. She was on dialysis for 33 years. And they had a unit here.
Oh, wow.
And he said, I want to be with my wife. And so that was the impetus of doing this full time.
Right.
And he goes, it's something she lived with these animals in the jungle. She did live in the jungle. And I'm like, wow.
Yep. I lived in Africa for 2.5 years.
Okay,
when I was young.
did you?
I lived in Australia for 1.5 years.
Okay, one of the, he's an intern here. His name is Jesse. Is going to South Africa this summer to work in one of the national parks.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yep.
I was up in the Congo. I was out in nothing. I was in the wilderness.
Wow.
And then in Australia, I was in Queensland, from the Northern Territories, and lived up there for about 1.5 years with my great uncle. And yeah, he was world travelers and stuff. They just drag me around everywhere with him, so it was a treat.
Okay. So this is the middle school. This pond right here is for the alpha king and queen. Charlie is the male and Lucy is the female. Very well could be these two animals right here. The pond across the way is part of the middle school. That's the community pond. Any animal can go in there.
Okay.
Only Charlie and Lucy are
did you
allowed in this
ask?
pond.
Okay.
Yep, you can feed it.
Aw, give Lucy one. I think that's Lucy. She's got like one eye smaller than the other, like I do.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay. They are blessed with extremely hard heads.
There you go.
Hurry, hurry. Nope.
Here, Lucy.
Oh, Lucy wasn't looking. Lucy, look. Oh. Jeff. You're failing. You're failing. Look at her. She's like, please, I just want a bite.
Oh, they're really vocal right now.
Yeah.
And look at them coming this way.
Oh, nope. Okay, there. Now put it right here. Go, Lucy. Be fast. Be fast. Who's faster?
Got it.
Did she get it?
I think she did. Yep, she
Yes,
got
she
it.
Oh,
did.
she did.
She got it that time.
There we go. Good girl. I don't know that that's a girl. I'm just playing. You got your finger?
Do I hit my finger?
Go check. See if that's Lucy.
Well, number one, when I checked, their mouths were taped shut. Okay. Yeah.
Aw.
There it goes.
So Charlie
So it's
and Lucy
crunchy.
have been king and queen of this area for about 5 years,
She's on it.
and they're getting too big,
Yep.
and they're going to have to move them to another section. They will move them as a couple, and
Okay.
they will put them in the area first and let them put their
She's
scent.
sitting on it.
Yep. Put their scent over the area and then introduce
Yeah.
other alligators
two.
in.
Okay.
And I will show you that area that they're planning on doing that. Once they're removed, that pond is infused with their scent. Okay? This whole area is infused with their scent. And the animals know not to go into that pond. And
He's going to get
the
it.
rest of the area, they're in charge, but, they can pretty much do what they want. They said after 2 weeks, they will begin to notice that scent lessening.
Ah.
And they're going to look for them.
Okay.
And they said by 4 or 5 weeks, that scent will not be there. And then they'll have to figure out who is the alpha male and female.
The new one.
Right.
And that's when the fights will break out.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now, they just let them go at it, or do you have to kind of...
They generally let them figure it out. There's some animals. There's one in the back of the high school that had a tussle with one other alligator, and it has bite marks on its back. But they're very careful.
Yeah.
They're very, very careful.
That's yeah, it's nature. I mean, what are you gonna do?
And so they've been doing a lot of cleanup. They've just clipped all the branches down. There, that is Woody,
You found it.
and that Woody graced the entrance
Oh,
for
okay.
about 10 to 12 years, and he started to deteriorate. So they quartered him up, put him in here, and now they have pictures of alligators crawling on top of him.
Oh. Get it, get it, get it.
Yeah. She got it.
Oh, she got it.
Oh, look at this one coming.
Oh, goodness. Still got one left?
That's probably one of the ones that will go. Now, do you see how he's walking?
Yep.
Yes.
Where he's totally off the ground? That is called a high walk.
Yep.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Are you going in?
Here. Ready?
Oh, Jeff,
What?
He's doing okay.
quit hitting him.
I wasn't trying to hit him.
Mm-hmm. And the walk where their bellies are on the ground is called the low walk.
Yeah, she was kind of doing that, like squirming
Yep.
almost. Oh, that's it. Okay.
Awesome.
There he
Okay.
goes.
Very good.
That is Charlie.
That's Charlie.
That's Charlie.
That's the king.
Yes.
He kind of walked like a king.
Yeah.
That means you're not Lucy, because that's not Charlie.
I have no clue. There's some that I could look up, like Lola, where I could
Yeah.
look at her and say who she is.
Oh, he's gorgeous.
Mm-hmm. And Charlie, I think, is from Ohio,
Oh,
and he was raised in the home with 3 dogs,
Oh, wow.
and they said he came and he thought he was a dog,
Nice.
and he acted like a dog,
Right.
and then he found out he was an alligator.
Gotcha.
So it all depends on, their environment of which they're
what
raised
they're
in.
used to, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Now, if you look, you see their eyes,
Mhm.
and there's
Uh-huh.
a slit right behind the eye.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's their ear.
Yep.
Okay? Because the eyes are on top of their head, they can't see straight ahead of them,
Mhm.
and they can see side to side, but the hearing is extremely fine-tuned.
Mhm.
Okay? So that's the way they locate some things. The black dots on their jaws,
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
each little freckle is a sensor organ that is 10 times more sensitive than your fingertip.
Mm.
So you don't put your hand to the left or the right of their mouth. It will
No.
be gone.
Yep.
Okay, they also have them inside their mouth.
So don't
So
put your head in their
Don't
mouth.
put, and you see these people do it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, 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 no.
Joe Dirt.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And look at that. Well, we're going to go up top.
Okay.
And you guys go first because I bumped
Okay.
my knee up.
Oh.
But from up. But they're aware. They are totally aware of what's going on.
Oh, I bet.
Mm-hmm. So these are approximately, I would say, 6 to 12-year-old alligators. Mm-hmm. And if I saw one in the wild, I'd probably just.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Nope.
Believe it or not, I had a pet one following me around in a portal.
It wasn't really a pet. He was making it a pet.
Eating it or something.
Mhm.
I went for a walk every morning. And he followed. I named him Ralphie. He went on a walk with me every day.
Oh.
He's waiting for Jeff to fall down.
Well, at one time they had the sulcata tortoises in with the smaller sized alligators. Well, sulcata tortoises like to dig, so they would dig deep down, and the alligators would get in there after the tortoises were removed. And then during roundup,
Some of them got
somebody
by.
was elected to try to get them out,
Ooh.
and that would not be me.
I love the golf bag.
Mm-hmm.
That's great.
So Mr. Critchlow is pretty much retired.
Uh-huh.
He built a home down in Florida,
Uh-huh.
and he comes back for night tours and than the roundup.
Wow. How
So
old is he?
How old is he? He's 67.
About 67 now?
Yep, he has a birthday October 10th.
Okay.
Oh, well, what? That's kind of handy.
Yeah,
Right after all the fun's over.
that's right.
What a great way to celebrate your birthday, Alligator Roundup, huh?
Yeah. Everybody's tucked away for the winter.
Yeah.
And we had, have you ever heard of Gatorland down in Florida?
Yeah.
Okay, they came up for a roundup.
Wow.
Savannah from Gatorland came.
Oh, wow. I love the noises.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
and you've been blessed. We've had lots of rain, so we have an additional lake close
Yeah.
to the fence.
Yeah, a little extra, huh?
Yeah, so here you go, Jeff. We've got plenty of food. Go for it. And all day long, they go back and forth and back and forth.
Just roaming around. Right?
Mm-hmm. And we've had people say they've gone to other alligator places, but these are the most active.
Right.
They are.
They're very active.
It's not like this when you go to the zoo or...
No.
They just kind of lethargic.
I think they've just kind of given up at those
Yeah, you
places.
can throw some more. We got
What?
plenty.
Go ahead. Go ahead, throw some.
And
There you go. Ooh, easy.
I didn't bop one in the head yet. They're just so close right here.
okay, so if you come down here, the turtle right there,
Mm-hmm.
he has really long toenails.
Mm-hmm.
That's a boy.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Okay, the
See
boys have long toenails, the girls do not. And during courtship,
Like
they will
people.
go up and wave their toenails, and if the girl likes it, they'll become boyfriend and girlfriend.
Sort of
Yep.
like presenting a pebble like the penguins do.
Yes. Yes.
Yellow-eared sliders. I've never heard of those.
Uh-uh.
Yep.
Just the red ones because of the pet trade.
Mm-hmm. Oh, they're prevalent in the United States. It's an
Mhm.
invasive species.
Yep.
They were brought in from a different country and they kind of just took over.
Yep.
Okay. I want to go down to this end of the pond.
That's special care pond. That's just for like sick ones and stuff. Or...
Yes, and there's one in there right now. And We'll get
Gotcha.
there in a minute.
Oh, look at him.
Yeah.
That's the
That's one
red-footed
inside, she
tortoise.
said.
Yeah.
Yep.
I was busy reading the sign back here, so sorry.
Oh no, that's
Yeah.
okay. So most of these are the red-eared. We're going to go to the corner.
Okay.
There are 3 alligator snapping turtles in here,
Okay.
and they stick just the very tip of their nose out. It's kind
Yep.
of a triangular-looking nose.
There's one, isn't it? Is that
Yeah.
one over there?
Well, that's a turtle. That's a turtle.
Way over. Nope, it's a.
Those
that's a
are
red-
turtles.
Yep.
Let's try over here. They had been over here, but
Hanging in this
all you
corner.
see is the tip of their nose, and there's 25 to 35 pounds of turtle
Ooh.
underneath it.
Oh, boy.
And he probably just spooked them. So I'm going to give you a couple of these because they will
Oh.
chow. They will chow on those. So just a second, we'll see. I'm trying to see if I can find them. But just go ahead and throw one in.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my goodness.
And
That's
throw
a
a
big
big one
mouth.
in.
Ready?
Go ahead.
Yep, right up.
Oh, keep going.
Almost
Here, you
got
guys
it.
stay over there.
Oh, here's the other one.
Yep.
There's
Oh,
another one
yeah.
right there.
There
There
he
he
is.
goes. See that one?
Oh, my goodness.
And so from this other zoo, they're getting the albino.
Ah,
Alligator
Oh,
snapping turtle.
that'll be easier to see.
Look at that guy. He's going for a ride.
Also,
just floating
also,
across here.
now the turtles are free to go from pond to pond however they want to.
Okay.
But pretty much in this pond, there's a soft shell turtle. Have you ever seen one of
Mhm.
those?
Yep.
They got a really long skinny neck, a
Yep.
really pointed nose. They're really quite ugly.
Yep.
And they're kind of a ghostly green, gray, brown, white color.
Yep. Yep.
And
Oh.
Right here.
Ooh,
Oh, it's
Close.
heading towards him. There
Close.
he goes. He's coming.
He's got it. He's got it. Boom. Good catch.
Can you imagine that tiny little head being able to get that whole biscuit?
Yeah. The tortoise is awful curious, isn't he?
Yep, it's just a leaf.
That little one ain't giving up, is he?
Mm-mm.
He keeps bopping it. You chew it up eventually.
Well, we're going to go to high school
Yeah.
now.
Okay.
You do a check here. Your nose doesn't look big enough. Here you go. Throw one.
Some big ones over.
Throw one into Tom. Trying to see.
That one back there looks really big.
Yeah.
That could be Tom.
He is a
That one's, the
monster.
nose isn't big enough for Tom.
Yeah.
But this is high school.
Okay.
This is the pond for the alpha and female, alpha male and female.
Okay.
So I think that may be the female. And there's another alligator in here who thinks he's alpha.
Mhm.
Oh.
This is his pond.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so he's not quite as alpha as Tom is.
But he still
Gotcha.
has his own.
And they
path.
have this little walk path right here.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
When Tom is in the water, he can't see over that into this pond, so he can't see Spot.
Mm.
Okay, if he sees them, there could be an incident.
Mhm.
And so Tom was the father of Tubbs,
Okay.
the little guy
Right.
in there.
Right.
All right. And they can have males in with them as long as they're subservient,
Mhm.
okay, and don't challenge him.
Right.
So there is a window in the back of the high school so you could kind of look the other direction. So they're trying to do their displays
Mhm.
so people can see a little bit of everything.
Gotcha.
So this is what they built for the pond,
Mhm.
thinking this is what the alligators would like. The alligators made this.
Oh,
Oh.
really?
Wow.
And when it rained, they would walk through
Wallow
and roll, and so they created that channel themselves.
Hmm.
And that's what they like to live in.
Okay.
So again, Tom and his girlfriend could go anywhere they want. The others are stuck to this area right here.
Okay.
And
Bossy.
if you want to try to chuck some in the back there.
Let's see what my throw's like.
Your battery's low, so go ahead.
I'm gonna throw 'em here. Ready?
Oh, I was talking
Over
back.
there.
Oh,
Over
I
there.
thought you meant back in the corner.
No. Back
Okay.
there where the other guys are.
There you go.
Oh, this could get
Oh.
interesting.
Now I did it.
Oh, this could get really interesting.
I just started something, did I?
Throw way
no,
over.
Okay.
Throw way over. There you go.
Don't be lazy. Pieces of
No,
egg.
they're
Yeah.
afraid of going near the edge of the pond.
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Throw it way over.
It's not very big.
That's all right.
He'll get it. He'll get it.
She's like, okay, where'd it go?
Yep.
Join in the tail.
Yeah, but they're just totally floored that you have the real healthy body. It constricts, and then you have a healthy tail end.
Exactly.
And they didn't think that
From a
would.
drug bust. They tied a rope around his tail.
Mm.
Oh,
Good.
Mitch.
Yes.
This is Mitch. And this is what happens when you have irresponsible animal owners.
Yeah,
And he's lucky enough to end up here.
that's right. He's doing good now.
I'm just watching when I go around the corner. I don't know what's going to be there. This is really pretty.
I don't think they gonna have like velociraptors or anything jumping out.
Really?
Maybe. You never
Much
know.
luck.
Never know.
Oh, here he goes.
Park rules. We feed stray children to the alligators. Cool.